Alright, welcome back everybody to the second round in our F1 Manager 22 career mode with AlphaTauri, up to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix today after a pretty successful Bahrain race 1 of the season. We were able to do pretty good, I think. We managed to, well, spoilers I guess, so if you haven't watched that race, won't say anything about it yet, but we were able to get in front of cars that we probably shouldn't have based on the strategy. Now, I know that there has been a patch to this game, and I believe it has essentially fixed some of the strategy things, in that previously the one-stop strategy was ridiculously OP because it did not matter whether you were on fresh tires or not. The pace difference was pretty much non-existent. I believe the new patch has addressed that. So for example, a new set of softs versus a old set, you will be able to feel the difference in pace. So we'll see how that goes, whether that will adjust any strategies. I don't think it's affected any of the AI yet. I think they still kind of default to what they originally are going to do anyway. But yeah, we will see how it goes, I guess. But let's get into the game. As you can see, we are up to Jeddah, 50 lap race. Only had one race here previously, of course, 2021, Lewis Hamilton track record. Probably not going to match that because I think these cars are slower than last year's. So I don't think that is in any danger of being beaten. Now, we did have a couple things pop up for this. We finished our boardroom upgrade. We finished off manufacturing the chassis and the side pods. So we are currently working on, I think, more front wings, more side pods. Actually, let's have a look. Why don't we have a look? What have we got? Yeah, we're building a few more front wings and the side pods, and we're still going on the suspension. So we're gonna have a decent amount of stuff, I think. Oh, we went rushed with that, did we? Underfloor. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right, we did go rushed on that. That I think was normal. We've got 18 days before they're ready. Not a huge deal. But like last episode, I will just keep going through practice, and we will see you at the end of each practice session, where we'll do a little roundup and see how things go.
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to kick off, and the atmosphere here is electric. The Jeddah street circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
Yellow in the straight, yellow in the straight.
Let's take a closer look. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here. They've lost control, and there's the crash.
It was a very weak crash. Alright, there we go. End of practice 1, and we are first and 6th. I wish Yuki was a bit closer. I think if he can get within like 4/10, but I think he was around that in Bahrain. So he needs to find basically 3/10. But Pierre did a real good lap. With about 7 minutes to go in the session, we went on the soft tires and went just standard and deploy, and that was the result. So pretty happy with that. No traffic, although Yuki was a little bit held up towards the end of his lap. There were, I think, about 4 cars in front of him. He basically just caught them as they were going into the last corner, so he might have lost maybe a tenth and a half there, I suppose. But he still needs to find double that. So good FP1. Only the one incident with K-Mag. And I will catch you at the end of practice 2. Alright, end of practice 2, and Yuki did manage to get a bit closer to Pierre this time. He's only 3.5 tenths off, so that's roughly where I expect him to be. And pretty uneventful session for us. No incidents at all in this one, so we are done with Yuki's setup. He is 100% happy with it. Pierre is 99% happy with it, so we're just trying to tweak it a little bit just to see if we can get him up to 100% as well. And FP3 is just going to be all about refining that and seeing what we can do, I guess. So I will join you at the end of FP3.
We return for the next day of our highly anticipated race weekend, which sees the end of practice and the start of qualifying. Ahead of the race tomorrow, the teams will be putting their practice data to use and making sure that their drivers have the very best chance of setting a lap time that will edge out the competition in qualifying. Drivers may know a track inside and out, but unless they have the setup to complement their ability, their efforts may be for nothing. Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
I made a big transport. I gotta go down.
Copy.
Looks like there's been a lockup. We can take a look now. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
Ah, it's alright, Yuki.
The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
No, it'll be fine. It's just a flat spot. No big deal.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Let's have a look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. And that's an off. And
Ooh.
a big off.
The brakes are really poor.
Copy that.
I think that was a crash. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. Oh, a nasty crash there.
Oh, that's bad.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
I wonder. Car's retired. Hopefully he'll be back for FP3. No, qualifying. Yuki's still going around. Virtual safety car. Alright, so that was an interesting session for us. It looks like Fernando's got a grid penalty. With his crash. He also took out one of the Alphas. I don't know if it was Bottas or Guan Yu. But I don't think he retired. I think he still... Well, he only did 19 laps, so maybe he did. Anyway, and then later on in the session, with about 5 minutes to go, Gasly went straight on at turn 1 after a lockup and destroyed his car. Said terminal chassis damage, so good thing we were making more parts, right? So he should be okay. We'll obviously be able to replace that and give him a new car for quali, hopefully. And Yuki was able to be fair, he only did an extra 3 laps, so it's not like he gained or lost anything. But yeah, as you can see, track acclimatization 92% for Pierre and 84% for Yuki, 100% for the car part knowledge and setup confidence for both. So they are at peak performance, 15 from 15. So they will be driving like madmen. So essentially what, Gasly will be an 87, I guess, if he's gone up by 3 across the board, and Yuki will be an 80. So not too shabby. So I will meet you at the end of Q1, unless hopefully nothing happens, but we'll see. No, it looks like he's back. It looks like Pierre is back in the car, so I think we should be fine for that. So I will meet you at the end of qualifying 1. Okay, so there you go. We simulated that session, as you can see, and we managed to get both of them through to Q2. Yuki just sneaking by, a couple of tenths in front of Ricardo, who's first man out, and then Pierre a couple tenths further up the road. Pretty close to the top 10. If you can find essentially a tenth of a second, he'll probably be good. So I will see you at the end of Q2. It still says Fernando's got a group penalty, so hopefully we won't have to worry about him in the race, maybe. But we'll see. See you at the end of Q2. Alright, we're gonna watch Pierre here on his hot lap, see what he can do. We are the last 2 cars out, so hopefully we can improve, although it looks like Pierre might be safe for now. Sonoda did get blocked pretty badly on his lap, so hopefully he'll be able to improve on his time. Leclerc went quicker. Norris jumped up. Pierre is up, and so is Yuki, so we'll see. Alonso improved. Yeah, Gasly is currently out, but they are on hot laps. Quicker in P2. Quicker in section 2. So is Yuki. We need 4 tenths though, that is a lot. Goes P12. And Yuki goes P13. So we meet our expectation of qualifying 12th or better with 1 car. So that's alright. That's not the end of the world. It'll be 11th, I suppose, once Fernando gets kicked out. we can still get points from there.
Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Alpha Tauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. We saw a reasonable push from Mercedes in qualifying, and they'll have plenty of opportunities here to achieve a great result. And the race will be taking place under blue sky. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
Well, the streets of Jeddah are abuzz, and the teams are nearly ready for the start of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Alright, thanks very much for that, guys. We're going to start, I think. Do we want the mediums? I think we probably do want the mediums to start with. Yeah, I think we want strategy A for both of them. And I think we'll go from there.
We have clear weather tonight as we look at the drivers in their grid positions. There we have Pierre Gasly. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. And behind them, there's Tsunoda. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. And we're just moments away now.
Okay, let's see how we go.
For the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Thank you, Crofty. We are chilling. Alonso actually did get up to, what, P7 or something, I guess. So once again, I'll do what I did for Bahrain and just sort of do the race as I usually do, and I'll show any major incidents and things like that. But otherwise, hopefully it's a nice straightforward race and we might be able to jump some people. See what everyone's on. Alonso's on the hards. Mick Schumacher, Vettel and Albon are the only three on softs. A bunch of us are on the mediums and a bunch of us are on the hard, so it could be a pretty mixed up race here.
Hamilton went out.
Copy.
Lewis went out. Okay, we're gonna conserve just in case there is a safety car or something. I'm sure we'll see a replay.
It's a crash, and it's more than one car. Let's see what happened there. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. Oh no!
No safety car. Alright, back to normal, I guess, then. And if we have to push a bit, then we can push a bit. You know what? I'm gonna see if we can go aggressive and see if we can get around him, because I'm looking at that and I see Lewis with a damaged wing. So I'm gonna see if we can get around him. Oh, safety car. Okay. We're gonna go to full conserve, I think, on this one. So we will harvest. And you know what? We're gonna avoid the curbs, I think, as well, just to save the car in everything. I'd like to know what happened.
Safety car, safety car.
It's only lap 10.
Stay.
Perfect if you're on the Alonso crash.
Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine.
That's exactly what Gasly did in practice.
hurt their overall chances.
You're on the hard tyres. This, I think, helps you. As well, because you will obviously be closing right up to everybody, but it does help us because it should mean our tyres will be a lot better in terms of at the end. So we are 9th and 10th. Vettel and Mick both pitted. I guess anybody on soft tyres probably will pit. We got the McLarens right behind us. I'm just going to keep it on charge, I think, for now. The Science is leading currently on lap 12, or soon to be lap 13, I guess. We're going to go back to standard, I think. And maybe we do go overtake, you know what? Let's try and see if we can make some moves on the start here. We'll go push on the engine and overtake and just see if we can do anything. Go back to Pierre. See Lando is right there. Well, Yuki's having a look at Pierre, though. Okay, we are trying to get there, so I'm going to push the tires, I think. And actually, yeah, we'll go on the engine as well, why not? For now, just see if we can close that gap. That's 2.5 seconds. DRS is now enabled. Yeah, we're not closing in at all, are we? That's fine. We'll go back to neutral. And we'll just do this then. No real point. Oh, I know what we had done. We were still on avoid the curbs. That's why. Why is this yellow? Oh, pit window starts in a lap. That was my bad. 100% my bad. So I'm going to go back on, push the engine a bit. See if we can do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're staying with them. So that was 100% my bad. Now they're pulling away though, but because Russell is quicker than our car, so we're not in DRS, that's why. Oh, they're pitting though. We're going to ignore, I think, for now. Because we still have 50% of our tyre, so... yeah, I'm just going to keep going, I think, for a bit. I'm going to box here, I think. So who else has stopped here? So Mick Schumacher's on 73% tyres. Science looks pretty good, so I'm going to box Pierre. And next time by we will box Yuki. Is there a problem with Pierre's car there? I don't know what he did. He just like slowed way down. Anyway, he's in for his lap. His pit stop. And away he goes.
Copy. And box, Yuki box.
Okay, and we'll pit Yuki this time by. Yeah, I don't know what happened on that pit entry. He just sort of slowed way down. He might be like right with his teammate. I think he will be. Okay. We are still on push engine, so let's see what we can do. We're closing in on Sebastian. Noda doing everything he can to try and keep Lewis behind him. I think we're going to try and push these tyres then.
And that's the lockup. Here's the replay.
Schumi locked up.
Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Oh, big lockup.
There's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted.
That's it. So Leclerc starts his last lap. It says Verstappen. Okay. I'm going to go overtake, I think, for both of them.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Try and use what we have. So we're going to watch Yuki because he seems to be a lot closer. Okay, now I'm going to switch to defend.
Alpha Tower regained a place.
No gas available.
No battery, but that's alright. We're going to keep it on defend. See if he can hold off.
Okay, Pierre, we don't have enough battery.
Yeah, copy.
And we're going to switch to defend there as well.
Last lap.
No, we're not. We're going to keep it on attack. And we're just going to push the tyres. All out attack, I think. Leclerc wins by a 10th over Max.
That's Leclerc.
Let's see.
Leclerc is today's winner. Let's see what happened there. And there it is. A win.
Drag race to the line. And ooh, that was close.
A hugely talented driver and undoubtedly a worthy winner.
Charles, a happy boy. But we are still battling it out with Lewis. We got 7/10 on him, so it looks like I think we're going to be good. We got no ERS, but I still think we should be able to hang on here. Unless Lewis pulls something out of his hat. He's trying. He's not there though, and I think we're good. I think we're going to get P9. Because the line's like right there. There you go, P9. Gasly gets P12.
Thank you very much.
You did a fantastic race.
Pretty happy with that.
Slow down.
was a breathtaking Grand Prix from Yuki Tsunoda and a well-deserved result. This was well-deserved for AlphaTauri, a solid weekend of racing.
This was thrilling to watch. They've done an excellent job and they deserve all the plaudits.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
Alright, your race results. Leclerc gets the win and the fastest lap, so he gets the maximum 26 points. Verstappen and Perez round out your podium. Sainz in the other Ferrari P4, Russell P5, best of the rest. Just managed to hang on in front of Bottas by a tenth of a second. K-Mag gets Haas's first points of the year with a very solid P7. Zhou Guanyu P8, so the second Alpha, both Alphas getting points, not bad. Yuki, of course, getting P9, beating out Lewis for the final points paying positions there. And then the back 10, you had Ocon a couple seconds behind there. Gasly was right in his wheel tracks, as was Ricciardo, as was Lando. Then a bit of a gap back to Mick in the other Haas. Finished P15, last man on the lead lap. Vettel, Albon, Stroll and Latifi all a lap down, and of course Fernando retired early on with a crash. Drivers' Championship. Verstappen leading the way by 4 points over Charles. Sainz P3, Perez in 4th. Obviously it's going to be a Red Bull v Ferrari year, because I don't think anyone else is going to be able to close that gap down. George is up to P5, Valtteri up to P6, Pierre drops 2 spots down to 7th, as does Lewis down in 8th. Magnussen leaps up 7 spots to 9th. Zhou Guanyu and Yuki both gain a couple spots in 10th and 11th. Alonso P12 drops down, and Lando is the last of the points getters in 13th. Everybody else has not scored points. Red Bull 4-point lead over Ferrari. That's going to be a tight battle, I think, all year. Mercedes, I would imagine, to be solidly in 3rd. And then I believe it's going to be a battle royale between Alfa Romeo, us, Haas, and Alpine for that P4, I reckon. McLaren McLaren might be able to get into the mix depending on how good they can develop their car. And Aston and Williams, I think, are going to be struggling. But that's how it works, unfortunately. So, a pretty good race from us. I'm pretty happy with that. Gasly gets 800 points for experience. Yuki gets 1200. And we, of course, did not use Liam Lawson again. We definitely will for the Australian Grand Prix. We'll probably pop him in instead of Pierre for that FP1. I mean, it is essentially the closest thing he has to a home race for the Kiwi, so we'll give him a shot there. I don't know if Alpine might do that with Oscar Piastri, but we'll see. But we'll definitely give Liam a run down in Melbourne. So Gasly does not get his bonus. Yuki does. And we make 3.3 mil. That's not bad. Pretty happy with that. See how our race bonuses are going, hey? I think we should be alright for that. So, yeah, we have our qualifying streak is looking good. 2 of 3. Qualify 14th or higher for 3 races in a row with at least 1 driver. So we should be able to do that, so I'm not overly concerned. Inbox, what do we got? Good morning, Dario. I've updated our circuits data based on the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, so all our strategic info is up to date. Telemetry shows that the medium speed cornering in car 1 could be better. Yeah, fair enough. It also noted that defending performance of Gasly could be improved. Yeah. Basically, make them better all round, essentially. The boards say we're still exceeding expectations. Want to congratulate you on a brilliant race. Strong credit to you as team principal. Our confidence in you as leader has grown quite a bit. Keep up the excellent work. Facilities, I think we are looking alright. Our weather center will get upgraded in time for the next race. Hospitality will not be, but it'll be a week after the Australian Grand Prix, and the CFD simulator still about a month away. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have an awesome day. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.